right, good evening, everybody. Hope everybody had just a wonderful month of August. Right now, it's almost Labor Day weekend, and just a crazy, crazy market that we are in real estate. And so, agenda that we're going to go over the market update, selling your home in one day, and what that looks like right now for everybody, knowing all your options to sell, and I'll explain exactly what that means. And then I do want to talk about really a bonus here is forbearance solutions. I talked about this last market update in August, but there's more information and just more news coming out every single week in regards to forbearance and what is happening out there in the marketplace. So, but let's start out with what's going on in the market today. So is it a seller's market or a buyer's market? Obviously, you've been following us, you've been seeing us, we've been talking about this all year long. I do not see this changing at all this year. So Shannon, we are going to get rid of this slide next week because everybody should know that it is a seller's market. It is a hot seller's market right now. So what does the seller's market mean? It means that when homes available is lower than demand of buyers. As I'm going to show you, buyer demand is at an all-time high right now, and sellers, quite honestly, are at an advantage in this market right now. But I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that are actually going to give you a slight advantage on the buyer side and show you how you can navigate a seller's market right now to get what you want and not lose out on the home of your dreams. So here's an interesting quote that came out from Realtor.com, and it's so real in this world that we're living in right now. Is really, despite the crippling and ongoing coronavirus pandemic, just millions of people out of work, recession, national reckoning over our systems, just racism, a highly contentious presidential election, everything that is going on right now, real estate is booming. Real estate market is really creating an astonishing rebound, is the direct quote that you can read here. And it's so true. Everything that's happening in the world right now, real estate right now for a lot of home sellers is just at an incredible place. And what that looks like in our local market up here in the Lehigh Valley in eastern part of Pennsylvania is 13 weeks in a row. So what does 13 weeks in a row means? It means that more homes have sold and pended for 13 weeks in a row. And I should actually get rid of sold. More listings have gone pending than new listings that have hit the market. So what that means is, as you can see on this slide, 399 houses went pending, meaning that buyers have put offers in them and they got accepted by the sellers, compared to 251 new listings over the last week. So this has happened now 13 weeks in a row. So what does that mean? It means that our housing supply continues to go down month over month over month. And the drastic supply that we're running into right now is actually at close to an all-time low of what we have that's on the market right now. But it doesn't mean that showings are not happening. As you can see here on this chart, the weekly average of 2020 showings compared to 2019 right now is actually higher. There's more people looking at homes right now in 2020 than there were at last year this time in 2019. So what does that mean? It means that it's a very strong market. Buyers are still buying, sellers are still selling. Sellers do have an advantage. Prices are still continuing to climb because of the demand that the buyers are putting onto it. And yet it is an incredible time to purchase. As you can see here, these are purchase applications, meaning that people getting home mortgages is still on the increase. It's actually now 13 straight weeks, another 13, lucky 13 straight weeks of year-over-year increases as far as mortgage applications go. So people are continuing to look at buying homes. As you can see here, housing affordability is becoming even more affordable. It's not to the levels that they were in the distressed markets, and because of that, because home prices were down so much. But now the thing that is controlling home affordability is actually interest rates. Interest rates right now, as you can see here, are continuing to remain very, very steady. I've seen people literally quote it under 2%. It's rare, but I have seen it where people have locked in under 2% for interest rates. As you can see here, a lot of the average mortgage interest rates are fluctuating at about 2.5%. So what this means is that housing affordability is very, very low. Now, a lot of people have like true housing affordability look like. It looks like this. And I'm going to break it down very, very simply. Is a lot of people come to me and they'll say, Jonathan, I'm worried about the crash. I'm worried about the prices going down on homes. And I'm just worried about what is going to happen in the market. Is this presidential election going to go crazy? Is this going to make everything going to happen? Is all of these possible foreclosures going to come through? None of us have a crystal ball for that. There are some market indicators, which we'll get into here. But the thing that I do know is that the interest rates are very low right now, actually lower than what this chart shows on average. So when you have an interest rate at 2.75% and you purchase a $200,000 house, your monthly mortgage payment, now this does not include taxes, so we'll take taxes out of the equation because your taxes won't change no matter what interest rate you have, but this is just principal and interest payment. Your payment would be $816 at 2.75% and at $200,000 mortgage. Now, if the market went down, say 10%, the market went down about $20,000, your home lost $20,000 in equity, and that's a very extreme example, like a very extreme example. Yet the interest rates went up. So if the interest rates went up 1% to 3.75, and the prices of the homes went down, as you can see here, because that interest rate went up, you're actually paying more per month at $834 compared to $816 if you're paying $200,000. So what I'm getting at is when buyers come to us at DLP and they say, hey, we're worried about what the market's going to do. We're worried about home prices. I tell them stop. I tell them stop. Really look at this chart and understand that the interest rates that you're getting into right now and your monthly payment, you're going to be able to save a little bit more cash every single month because you're not spending that on your financing that you're doing at the home. So obviously everybody's individual situation matters, and we always coach them through that. But when you're looking at this from a high level, you have to realize that your mortgage payments are so much dictated right now in interest rates that you shouldn't be so concerned about the home prices right now because just getting into the home, and you're going to get into that, just getting into the home is half the battle. So is the market hot? Yes. Will your home sell quickly? Yes. There is no questioning that. But the real question that I have for everybody that's on here right now is, where are you going to go? And that's really the main question that we're dealing with right now in our marketplace is, where are you going to go? We know your house is going to sell quickly. We know we're going to get top dollar for your home. We know we can provide you all the options to sell your home, whether it's giving you an immediate buyout offer so you don't have to actually deal with showings, whether you want to maximize the amount that you get for your home, and we can go through there, give you all the staging tips, everything that you need for that. But we always ask the question, where are you going to go? And that's really what separates the consultative agents like ourselves and really just that agent out there that's saying, hey, you know what? I really want your listing. I would love to sell it. You see a just sold postcard and they say, hey, we can sell your home right away. It's going to sell in a couple of days. Yeah, it will. We know that. But where are you going to go? And what most people don't realize is that most of the best homes are not on Zillow. And you're like, well, Jonathan, I thought all the homes were on Zillow. They're not. And the fact of the matter is that most of the good homes that sell before they even go on the market, meaning that you won't find them on Zillow, you won't find them on Realtor.com, you won't find them on any of your other branded websites. They sell before even going on the market. So how do you get to these properties? First and foremost, you need to know all your options. When you come to DLP Realty, you need to know all of your options. We can get you cash before closing. We can sell your home for top dollar. We can offer you a trade-up solution. We're going to get into a bunch of these, but the one I want to highlight right now is what's called the Elite Preferred Buyer Program. And we're going to get into that. And the reason I want to highlight that is because of this. When you put your house on the market, we know you're going to get 100 showings. You're going to get multiple offers. You're going to get people banging down the door to get into your home. But again, where are you going to go? And I always use this back of the napkin analogy here is when you're moving forward from something, a lot of times your motivation changes because of pain from a loss of something. And what I mean by that is if you're in a multiple offer situation, and we just had this happen. We had a house on the market. I was just talking to our agent earlier today, had a house on the market, had 22 offers on the property. And everybody's like, well, guess what? Cash is king. We'll just write a cash offer and we'll win the deal. No, it's not the case. We had 13 cash offers out of those 22 offers that we had. So somebody was going to lose. And well, actually a majority of them were going to lose, and they did. And so what that means is that you only have one house and you have 22 offers, 13 cash deals, and you're going to take one of those offers. So a lot of people, they might get into negotiations. They might not want to move forward right away. But what really motivates them is when they lose. As soon as they lose out on that initial dream home, they think they have the upper hand. They think they can negotiate this. They think they can do all of that. And then they lose. And then their motivation gets even more because they lost. And the crazier thing is a lot of people aren't as motivated. They're more motivated from that pain from the loss than they are from the pleasure of them winning the offer. So what I want to get you guys into the mode of is, well, why do we have to deal with those 22 offers? Why do we have to be in competition with those 22 offers? You don't. And I'm going to show you how we can do that. So one of the keys to writing a winning offer, and there's a lot of ways that when we work with you as a buyer client, we're giving you insights. I'm just going to give you some of these insights. We're telling you, hey, write a letter to them, create that emotional bond with that seller, get on your cell phone camera and make a video to just highlight how much you love their home, that you want to take your family and your puppies and you want to just raise a great family in their property, and you want to just make their house shine, yada, yada, yada. And you can do a highest and best offer. You can do all this stuff. You can do a ton of stuff, cash offers, non-refundable deposit monies, all this stuff. But the one thing I want to show you is that the easiest way and one of the most beneficial ways is to get access to off-market properties. Now you're probably like, Jonathan, I thought this was a seller seminar, but you're just talking about the buyer side. And there's a point to this, because we are going to sell your house quickly. We're going to get you top dollar. We're going to go through all your options to sell if you want the immediate buyout. But again, where are you going to go? You need to have access to off-market properties. This is just a simple example. This is literally a live list that I have today. Now, this is not all of them. There's actually about 40 more of these that we have that are off the market, being prepared to sell. The sellers are in some sort of situation where they might be fixing something up. They might be in some sort of other realm. They might also be looking for a home, and they don't want their house to be shown right now, but they are willing to provide it to our elite buyers. I'm going to get into that of what an elite buyer is. So what you can do is you can actually do this right as we are watching this webinar as well. You can go to dlpelitebuyer.com. Again, dlpelitebuyer.com. You'll see it on the screen right here. And then go through everything. But the things I want to highlight here with the Elite Preferred Buyer Program is this program in itself really separates the people that are truly motivated to buy and sell a home and people that might just be tire kickers. Because the things that you're going to see on there are things that any home buyer that really wants to buy a home, any home seller that really wants to sell a home, they're going to go through. You're going to go through the home inspection. You're going to go through home warranty process. You're going to go through trying to find that house, not just relying on Zillow, asking your agent to get access to this off-market property deals, get access to everything. And the purpose behind this program is to truly eliminate the risk and the worry that any buyer and seller would go through in any normal buying and selling process. So again, this is not for everybody. This is really for that person that truly wants to buy and sell a home and eliminate the risk and worry that they might come into. So I'm not going to go through all of these items because at the end of the day, all this stuff, you can go to the website again, dlpelitebuyer.com. Go to that website. You can take a look at everything that's on there. But there's a couple things on here that I really want to highlight. The one is this access to off-market deals. Like I said earlier, it's very key. When you are talking about multiple offer situations, writing a winning offer, you want that. Now, we tie all that up. You can see on here, free home inspection, free termite inspection. Just watch the video. Go to that website, dlpelitebuyer.com. Watch the video. You can even sign up right then and there. But just watch the video. Do yourself a favor, just at minimum. Watch the video. And if you are serious and serious about winning, or I'll go back to this slide, or you're one of those buyers that as that pain from loss, that you went through that already, and you don't want to have that feeling again, because it is not fun at all. Go there. Anyway, the other thing I want to highlight is what's called our 2-year love it or leave it guarantee. It's one of the keys to this program. So obviously getting into off-market deals, making that easy. But another one is our 2-year love it or leave it guarantee, meaning that we can buy, if your home, for any reason, you're just not 100% satisfied with that home that you buy, for the first 2 years, we will either guarantee that we will sell it, or we'll actually buy that home back from you. So what this allows you to do is we can sell this thing for free, meaning that, hey, we will actually literally waive our commission and we will sell your home for free. You'll have access to all of our buyers. You'll have access to all of our marketing. We'll get you on the list, or we will actually buy that home back from you. So all this is tied in that program. Again, it's meant to really eliminate all your worry, all of your stress that you have with the home buying process for this. So let's get into other stuff. I hear this a lot, and it's one thing that I did want to review with all of you guys is one day that you meet with an agent, and that agent tells you, yeah, you should really get your house on the market right now. The market is hot. You should get your house on the market right now. And I mean, your house is going to sell in a day. And I'm just going to be blunt here. I'm just going to say, no crap. Your house is going to sell very, very quickly. Now, the thing I don't like that agents say a lot is they always say, well, the market is hot. Let's get your house on the market. You want to really take advantage of this hot market, do that. And the reason I want to pause there is because a lot of times that might not be your situation. You might need that advice to say like, hey, I really want somebody to come through my house, take a look at it, advise me on what I can do, maybe what I need to fix, what I should do to maximize my home sale. Or, hey, I really want an agent to come through and really provide me. I'm so worried about people actually coming through my home. It is a crazy world out there. I really don't want anybody coming through my home. Is there any other solution that you guys can provide that will stop people from just coming into my house? And I just want to sell it and not deal with any commissions, not deal with anything like that. And the answer is yes. So I want to pause there because you need to know all of your options to sell. You need to know that there's other things that are out there, not just having some agent walk out there and say, hey, here's your price of your home. I know I can sell it in one day. I know things are, you need to get your house on the market. It's a hot market. And it all sounds amazing, but I mean, what are you truly leaving on the table? So one thing I want to introduce you is just all of our options. So real quick on DLP, obviously we've been in business for actually 10 years. I keep forgetting this, Shannon. I gotta keep reminding myself. This is our 10-year anniversary, actually. So DLP was actually formed in 2010. It's 2020. The market's been so hot, actually, and everything's been happening, everything in the world, and I keep forgetting it's our 10-year anniversary. So congrats to the whole team out there. But last year was our best year ever. This year's actually going to be even better. We did 2,089 home sales last year. And really what it comes down to is all the people, all of our support that we have, your team effort, everything that you see here. But really it all comes down to our clients and all of the solutions that we are able to pick out for our clients. So when I go back to like that one day slide and that agent that's really trying to push you into like, hey, just get your house on the market, it's hot, yada, yada, yada. Remember, you need to know all your options. You want to sit down with us, go over everything that we have here, our ability to get you cash before closing, selling your home for top dollar, possibly giving you an immediate buyout program or buyout offer. I'm giving you all of your options to sell, but then also, if you're looking to buy, walk you through the whole entire buyer process of what that looks like, because we know in this market, it's not just about selling your home, it's about finding out where you're going to go next. And that's one of the keys right now in this market. So knowing all of your options up front and knowing that you have no risk on anything with us is very, very key to this. So obviously Bobby Gunther Walsh, we've been partnering with him for actually probably close to 10 years since inception. And just an incredible guy. And he preaches us on the radio about all of our options to sell your home with that. This is just an example of some of our innovative and virtual 3D tours that we have out there. I won't spend too much time on that because I really want to touch base on like the catch-22 of real estate. The fact that you could be stuck having 2 mortgage payments, 2 taxes on your property, 2 utility bills, and you have that feeling that, hey, you found that dream home. but you don't know what exactly to do. You found that dream home, you actually got it locked up, but you need to sell your home in order to buy that home. So what we're able to do is we're actually able to come in and do what's called the trade-up program. Trade up to this home and we will buy yours. We can give you an offer on your home in order for you to get out there, give you a guaranteed number as well, that will be able to sell your home in order to buy that next home. What it does is it bridges that gap between you being stuck having two houses or having no house at all because you have to sell your home in order to buy the next one. So it actually eliminates that whole home sale contingency offers and gets you into the house of your dream. Other thing is what's called our guaranteed sale program. Now, honestly, this program is a great program when you are looking to trade up. Now, when we do guarantee your home to sell in 34 days, we understand that it's probably going to sell in less days. But that's not the purpose of that. The purpose of this program is really to talk about that trade-up program, to know that, hey, we're going to guarantee your home sale. We're going to eliminate that home sale contingency for you. And we're going to be able to give you a way to buy that next home without a contingency. And that's the true benefit of the guaranteed sale program, not just focusing on that 34 days, because we know that the home is going to sell in probably less than a week, or at least go under contract in less than a week. Now, a lot of people say, well, hey, how much will you pay? Honestly, it's about as much or more than your home is worth. Once we get that home on the market, it is going to sell. The immediate buyout program. In today's day and age, a lot of people are just worried. They're worried about people coming through their homes, people having the virus, whatever it may be. And a lot of people sometimes just don't want to go through the stress. A lot of our clients that go through the immediate buyout program, they might have cluttered houses. They might have something that they're just ashamed about in the house. And we can come in, we can give them a cash offer, no showings, no repairs, and they can move as fast as they want. Another huge key to the immediate buyout program is that we're actually able to provide you cash upfront prior to closing in order for you to either move, pay off some extra bills, or just know that you have to pay rent or something like that at the next house. But to have that cash in hand prior to you moving is a big proponent to this immediate buyout program. Obviously, no showings, flexible closings, all of that, no commission. It really sets that up. But at the end of the day, having cash in your pocket before closing to pay off whatever you need to pay off right away, it really helps out with that. So a lot of people, though, are asking, hey, what is my home worth in this market? And I'll answer this of saying, I don't know, because a lot of people ask, well, hey, what is my home worth? Has it gone up? Has it gone down? Most homes in this market have gone up right now. And sorry about that, guys. A lot of people, though, don't go through a full market analysis on the home. And what I mean by that is that they just go on Zillow and they just say, hey, this is what your house is worth. Or you get an agent that's out there and they come to your house and they give you what's called comps. And you're going to hear that word a lot when another agent comes to your house, not us. You're going to hear comps. Oh, the house down the street sold for this. In this market, you really need what's called a market absorption. You need to know what's available, what's under contract, and what is sold. Now, the active homes are actually more important in this market than even the under agreements and the sold, because I want to know, hey, what is my competition right now? If I know that there's only 13 homes available in my marketplace that has 25,000 people, I know that I'm going to be pricing this thing a little bit above what the sold comps are, because the active market is actually higher than what the sold is. So we can come out, we can obviously provide you all that insight, all that information on your home, and not just go off of comps, truly give you an analysis of what's active, what's under contract, and what has sold and settled, and give you a true insight of your home prices. So obviously I'll answer any questions in the Q&A on stuff like that. Now, one thing that is out there that because of the coronavirus, a lot of jobs, a lot of unemployment that has happened, the hot word out there is foreclosures and forbearance and what is happening out there. And a lot of people don't realize that they have options. So a lot of times that bank will call them and then just say, hey, let's get you into forbearance. Let's put you in whatever program that they have. But they don't understand what can happen. And actually, our friends at Keeping Current Matters actually gave us a stat the other day that a majority of people, even though they're in forbearance, are still paying on their loans. through forbearance. And the other thing that all people just don't realize also is the amount of equity that they have in their home. So right now, your options are you can extend the forbearance. You can call your bank up and reach out to them at that. You can talk to them about modifying the loan. But a lot of people don't realize that they have an ability to sell the home. And you're like, well, Jonathan, I thought they're in forbearance. They haven't paid their mortgage. I thought like when you're behind on your mortgage, you can't sell your house. No, that's not the case. Even though you might be behind on your mortgage payments, you can still sell your home because it's all dealing with the equity in your home. Now, what people don't realize is that people actually have a lot of equity in their home and they don't realize it. Why? Because home prices are continuing to climb right now. As you can see here, percentage of homeowners' equity in 2020, people with 100% of equity is at about 42%. So what does that mean? It means that 42% of America actually has their house completely paid off. People in the 60 to 99%, about 16.6%, and then people at 41 to 60% of equity at 12.5%. So what does that mean? It means that almost 60% of Americans that are out there 58.7% of Americans that are out there have at least 60% equity in their home. So they are sitting on a good amount of cash, meaning that they can sell their homes. They can either downsize, turn it in, go into a rental situation, whatever it may be. You guys don't realize that you might be sitting on a good amount of equity. That's why you want to give us a call. We'll walk you through the whole process. We'll even get you the analysis of your home so you can make an educated decision on what you can do for you or you and your family. So, but a lot of people don't realize that they're sitting on equity. They think that, oh, they missed a payment and everything restarts and their house isn't worth anything anymore and they should just let it go or they should renegotiate with their bank. And they don't realize that they might be sitting on a good amount of equity that could free them up to do other things for them, for you or your family. So again, it's just some option that's out there. So I know I went over a lot of stuff here and gave a good update on the market right now. But the one thing I do want to really stress is don't be that buyer. Don't be that buyer that doesn't, or I'm sorry, even seller, that seller or buyer that goes into any conversation in real estate and truly doesn't know all their options that are out there. A lot of your typical agents out there are just going to come in. They're going to say, hey, here's your comps to your property. I can sell your home in a day, and you're going to sell for top dollar. Yeah, that's great. And yes, the market is going to happen that way. But do you have another situation that you might need cash before closing? Do you have another situation that you need an immediate buyout offer? Do you need another situation to know that, hey, DLP has off-market listings that you're able to get through our Elite Preferred Buyer program, and then we can get you access to these homes, so that you can avoid that stress. You can avoid that place of wonderment knowing, hey, I am afraid that I might not find that dream home, or I might be in a lot of competition for that dream home. So these are just all the options that you have out there. So I'll open this up to a Q&A, Shannon. Yeah, so what do we got?
Okay, so the first question we have is from Nicole. She's on the Facebook page, and she was wondering how she should go about renting a property that accepts vouchers.
How she should go about a property that accepts vouchers. So yeah, I mean, we can easily do that. So, I mean, all she has to do is just reach out to us. I mean, what we have to do is just verify the voucher and then see what properties are out there. Now, not all landlords will accept vouchers, and we have to just look at what's going on out there. But yeah, she can reach out to us and we can easily guide her through that process.
Okay, do any of the DLP properties take vouchers?
Oh, we do.
The next question is, are there signs of another 2008 market bust coming up soon? Are these signs of another 2008 marketing bust coming up soon?
No, to be blunt, no. I actually don't have that slide on here, but I will give you guys some quick insight on that. Because I actually had this slide last week. I'm showing you some behind the scenes stuff, but I'm going to show you guys this right now. I think this will pop up. Yep, it will. No, and a lot of people support me on it. And what I mean by that is that we're expecting to see home prices continue to climb. And we see this from a lot of people. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, National Association of Realtors, Zelman and Associates, which is a big firm, Mortgage Bankers Association. A lot of people out there are predicting that home prices are going to continue to escalate through this and escalate through 2021. And so I see a lot of that predictions here. And the other thing that really shows that is this little slide right here. And the reason I say that is because right now, when housing affordability is at an all-time high, mortgage applications continue to rise, showings are still continuing to rise, and the interest rates are low. This all equates to a massive amount of housing affordability, which makes home buying right now very, very good. So when the inventory of houses is so low, which it is right now, the market will continue to climb. Now, nobody has a crystal ball. We don't know if that'll end. We don't know if they'll ever put a kibosh to these low interest rates. We don't know what all that looks like. But right now, at least, especially through this quarter, we're not going to see that. And honestly, we haven't seen much slowdown from the amount of showings. And then even in our local market, and this was just pulled a couple hours ago, this Market Watch stats right here, just to show the pending listings are still outgrowing the new listings. So in our market, it's not going to see that. Now, doesn't mean that nationally, you're going to see some slowdowns in other markets. And like New York City, for example, I think that market will rebound. Now that market right now is a little bit more flat, and it's because a lot of people you're seeing a much bigger move of people coming out of the cities into more of a suburb area, like where we're at in Pennsylvania, where the housing affordability is a little bit more from those people in New York. So to answer that question, no, I don't see that initially here.
Okay, sorry. Another question from Anonymous. Do you think it would be wise to wait until after elections to purchase a home?
No. And the only reason I say that is because, well, one, it all depends on your situation. Like, I don't know what the actual individual situation is here. But right here, like these interest rates, whew, like if you find the house that you want, that house makes sense for you and or your family, and it makes sense to purchase now. Purchase now. These interest rates are incredible. Even if these interest rates average at 1.9, I mean, you're talking just an incredible time to buy right now. I bought my first house, and I mean, I know other people that are older than me that can talk about the 16%, 17%, 18%. I'm just talking about when I first bought, and I bought close to 7% interest rate. What my mortgage would be now compared to what it was when I bought my first house is just astronomical. So right now, if you found that home, and again, that's one of the hardest things to do is find that home. But if you find that home, take advantage of these interest rates right now. You're going to see a massive buyer's purchasing power right now that you have. And it is incredible. Will the election rock some stuff? Yeah, it usually always does year over year. But we're in a different market now. Inventory is like very, very low. And interest rates are very, very low. And I don't see much of a change even through the election.
Okay. Another question is, does DLP Realty help with buying rental properties such as duplexes?
For sure. And yes, we can either help you find one or help you sell it. Or we do have a good amount of investors that are always looking for investment opportunities as well, whether they're turnkey, whether they're properties that need a little bit of fixing up. So to answer your question, yes to all of the above. And yes, we can buy duplexes, and we can also buy multi-million-dollar multifamily projects. So we're open to looking at anything and helping anybody out, whether you're a large investor, small investor, or you're just looking to build a small portfolio, or you're looking to unload a small portfolio.
Okay. Another question is, why do you think the market is so hot right now?
Oh, these slides right here. It's right here. Why are homes so affordable today? It's interest rates. Interest rates and low inventory creates just an incredible reason to buy a house. They're almost giving money away at what some of these interest rates are.
Okay, another question is, which type of investment is better, buying to rent or fix and flip?
Depends on your strategy. So it's a tough conversation because it also depends on what your exit strategy is. So I mean, they're both great businesses. I mean, if you want to build wealth, you're going to want to buy rentals and keep them. And then what you want to do is obviously get them. You always want to buy them at a great purchase price, and then get a tenant in there and create a great cash flow for you and your family. On the flip side is if you have great contractors, you're a contractor yourself, and you have a good eye for finding deals and finding those distressed properties that are out there, flipping can be a very profitable business as well. So both can be very, very, very profitable. But it also just depends on what you want to do, or even what resources and skill sets that you have in order to make that business. So I say you can do both, but at the end of the day, it really depends on what resources you have. But we'd love to like sit down with you and talk you through what resources you have and what route would make more sense for you.
Okay. Another question is, can I use the trade up program or any of your other programs while still paying a mortgage?
Yes. Yeah. So that what the trade-up program is meant to do is to lock up your home and the next home in order for you to buy that next home. So what we're able to do is, yes, you don't have to own your house free and clear. Even though I just went over that one slide that shows that a lot of people own their house free and clear, doesn't mean that you have to own your house free and clear at all. And a lot of people that are out there have mortgages. They're paying mortgages. That's 90% of, I don't know the exact numbers, but it's a majority of the people that are out there have a mortgage and they need to pay off their mortgage in order to buy that next home. So yes, we can.
Awesome. Okay. Another one is, can DLP Realty help me pay for home repairs before selling?
Yes. Yeah. So let me go to this know all your options page. So the short answer is yes. And I'll give you an example of this. And the funny thing is, I believe I just saw it. So right here is a picture of Nate Boykin. He's actually one of our agents. And the house isn't on here actually, but Nate was actually one of our agents that has one of the most extreme examples of this. So I'll be quick with my story, but we had an example, and this is, you see in the top right here, it says get cash before closing. That's exactly what this is for. So we've had the small examples of, we walked through a home and everything was remodeled in the home, but then the people, for whatever reason, didn't remodel their bathroom. And they're like, we ran out of money, or we didn't know what to do with this part of it. Or I've had examples of people remodel their whole entire kitchen, and then for whatever reason, they left all the old cabinets there. And we're like, why don't you just reface the cabinets and actually get some stuff there? So what we're able to do is we can actually give money in order to do some of those things. One of our most extreme examples was this is a property down in Bucks County, a higher end home. And what ended up happening was this person met with about 8 or 9 different real estate agents from XYZ companies from all over, and they just called them local agents. And these local agents came out and they said, hey, there's a builder in the area and your home was built by this builder and they're notorious for the stucco siding getting moisture behind it and then actually causing mold issues. And they're like, we're not going to touch your home. We're not going to sell it unless you actually take off all of your stucco and then replace it with siding, and then we will sell your home. And when we heard that story, we're like, that is insane to us, that nobody could actually come up with a solution. So we did. What we were able to do is we actually sent out a couple contractors, got some bids and quotes on the actual removing of stucco and then replacing it with siding. And we actually fronted that money and made that, were able to actually assist in having literally their whole entire house. And this was not a small house. It was about, it's like 3,000 or 4,000 square foot home. Actually completely remove the stucco and put siding on it. And what we did was we made a loan with them, meaning that we paid for it all up front and they paid us back at closing. But if we didn't do that, they actually would have not been able to sell that home, or he would have had to take such a drastic cut on his profit, because he would have had to sell to like a cash investor or something like that. We were actually able to help him and really him top dollar for his house, and get him on his way. That's one of our more extreme examples, and other ones are just smaller examples. But yes, we have a huge ability to get cash before closing, and that's one of our top ways that we can help people get through their sell of their home.
Well, that's cool. Okay, this is the last question we have. It says, do you think interest rates tend to be this low for the next year, or are you thinking it will go up soon?
No idea. So I do know through this quarter they're not going up. They're actually really continue to steadily go down, actually, and really remain very, very solid. And the interest rate people, the government, came out and said that they're not going to be raising them. So I do see and know that throughout this year, you're not going to see a raise. But we don't have a crystal ball, so we don't know what next year is going to look like. So that's why I say, like, when people are like, should I buy now or should I wait till after the election? We know what's going on now. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. So I would take advantage of what's happening now, and knowing that we're in a very good place to buy and sell a home. You can sell your home for top dollar. You can buy a home, and you can work with us through our Elite Preferred Buyer program to find those off-market deals, make things easier for you. And I would take advantage of that now, knowing just what you know now.
Okay, it looks like that was the last question.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you. I made this a little bit longer, but thank you for all your questions, and really just have a safe and happy Labor Day for sure. And then we'll catch everybody next month, and we'll go over all of that, and be prepared, because next month is October, and then November is the election. So I know next month we're going to continue to keep you guys updated on what's happening in the market, any new solutions that we have that we can provide you to add to this little tree that we have growing here. And then really keep you guys informed and updated so you can make the best decisions and really know all your options when you're working with DLP. So thanks, everybody.